welcome to the Mental Stability Podcast, Potential from Thought to Execution. We provide real stories, strategies and techniques in order to help build the resilience and habits to have a fulfilling life, regardless of the obstacles you may face. Now, we've got our guest today is Thomas Cottom, who runs an online Facebook page for men who want to heal their mental health in a way by going on walks. Do you want to talk about that? What's your story, Tom?
It's a page to... It's not just for going on walks and things. It's to just express how you're feeling, and how you've coped with how you're feeling. Do you know what I mean? It's just to raise awareness as well. Do you know, because still, even though the stigma's getting battled a bit, you know, because many find it hard to talk about mental health.
Yeah.
So it's just another.
I think it's really important, and I think that's a great point. Just being able to talk to someone about it, to open up, because you know, from quite a tough town and stuff like that, it's hard to often come out and say things. You know, talking to your friends about it. Maybe you don't want to because you want to have fun with them and stuff like that, rather than go straight into that. What's your story then? How did this all come about? Where was the idea from?
Over the years, I've been in and out of mental health for a couple of years now.
Right.
And then it just come to a point last year where I thought, I've had enough of feeling like this. There's got to be a change going to come. There's only way I'm going to change is if I change everything that I'm doing myself. You know, because you go through mental health and you do things that aren't helping, but you carry on doing that same cycle. So then I worked on the things that I knew had helped me. So obviously going to the gym helped me a lot. Getting out walking, stopping drinking is a big one. Do you know what I mean? People tend to find drinking, like drugs and things, as a kind of safe haven, you know, because it takes you away from reality, and it shouldn't be like that. So the way that I helped made me feel like it did. So I thought, well, these walks are making me feel like this. So if I just put it out there for the people to try, but I never thought it'd come to anything.
Yeah.
But then it just blew up out of nowhere.
I think that's you've hit on some massive points. I mean, just starting off with the alcohol and drugs addiction, maybe even gambling for some people. They use it as an escape, don't they? And I did it myself when I was suffering. I wouldn't talk about it. I'd drink through it and I wouldn't say anything, which made me even more negative, because obviously it's a depressant one. But not only that, I was shouting at my friends and people I cared about, and you know,
that's it. Relationships break down through it as well, obviously, because you're not in the right frame of mind to do anything. Do you know what I mean? And then say the only free time that you get, say you work Monday to Friday, then you drink on a Friday, all your weekend's gone then, because you're rough. So if you've got kids, your kids are missing out. If you're in a relationship, your partner's obviously missing out on everything because you're just either rough, drunk, or you're not yourself. So it always creates a divide in an house.
Yeah, I love it. You've hit the nail on the head. People do it as an escape, and I think it's really important to put it out there. So look, it's okay to talk about it, and that's not the option. You know, you shouldn't be taking drugs and drink to get over things.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So then you also said, obviously, that the gym side of things, I'm a big, supporter of that. Get physical help and do something physical. How did that help you? What do you think was because you said, was you confident to go to the gym at first, or?
I played rugby most of my life, you know, amateur, you know, for a local team. And obviously that was always a feel good. So I always knew if I was active, if you've got an active mind really is an happy mind, because it's when you sit about and you start thinking and things are going through your head, that's when you start getting down, because you overthink things. I'm an avid overthinker. It's what I do. I can't help it. So if I'm in the gym, at least I know then for 2 hours that I'm not thinking about anything apart from working out. And then plus, I start looking better. So then I feel better inside. And obviously I feel better because the endorphins are rushing around my body.
Yeah, of course.
I mean, it's scientifically proven it makes you feel better. It just does.
I think, I mean, what you said, an active mind is a happy mind, keeping busy, but in the things you like to do. And that sort of the gym as well, I find, because you push through boundaries when you're there. You know, you're trying new things and you
hit goals, don't you?
Yeah. And it's, if you put that into other aspects of your life, I think you can really sort of take them head on as well, and you see the same improvements you would in the gym.
Yeah,
that's really cool. Was you confident the first time because you've obviously been to rugby? Or
yeah, well, I was confident because when I first started going, I obviously went with someone else who previously went there. So it was,
yeah,
do you know what I mean? It's more. It is better. I can imagine how daunting it would be going on your own first time. You know, you've never been in before. If you go into like a mainstream gym, there's hundreds of people that are in there.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, you've got anxiety walking into a room full of strangers like that, and then working out. Do you know what I mean? It's not an easy task.
I had it myself. I brought a friend with me to the gym. I'd been going quite a while, and they were saying, "Oh, everyone's looking at me. Everyone's looking at me." I'm like, nobody's looking at you. They're just doing the workout, or they're staring into space. That's most of the time.
Yeah.
You know, all they fancy, you know, that could be a good thing as well. Like, you know, it's part of it. But it's never really a judgmental space, which I think is really cool. So then, obviously, as you said, the walks, which I've spoken about before, is get away from all your problems and stuff. You know, when you went on these walks, how did that happen? Was it just you'd had enough and you went for one day, or?
Well, what it was, I was training as well, but I want to get a bit more extra training in as such.
Right.
And walking to me is it's a good way. You're not even doing anything. Do you know what I mean? You're just putting one foot in front of the other.
Yeah.
Like, and it's I don't know. That's all it was to me. But then it was obviously improving me. I knew how I felt when I come back off these walks. So if it makes me feel like that, then surely it can help somebody else in the long run. Do you know what I mean? So, but I don't. That's how I just got it. That's how I got into it. I just wanted to put a bit more fitness in.
Yeah.
Walking simple as it can be.
Yeah, and you thought, oh well, it makes me feel good. I'll see if anyone else fancies seeing it. Do yeah. No, that's a really good way to do it. I did it. I went a bit extreme when I first tried to get away with some problems. I started camping in the woods on my own like a crazy person. But it was that sort of getting away, you know, going in, on a big walk and just not thinking about all the problems I had. And then coming back and resorting myself out, like
the good thing about going on these walks is as well when these people come on these walks, like I said to them, you don't need to tell me any of your problems. Do you know what I mean? If you're not comfortable with doing it, do you know what I mean? I don't mind. I just like the company of someone walking with me anyway. But what they tend to do is then they tend to get everything off the chest. They don't even realise that they're doing it.
Yeah.
Do you know, like they're talking to you just normal, is it? Like a friend, and they'll just tell you what's going on with them. Do you know what I mean? So then that's how I think it makes them feel better then, because they've actually got it out of them.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like they've not just kept it all in, all these dealings and things they're thinking. So that's a good thing about it. It's like non-formal. It's not. I'm not sat in front of them like when you go to like CBT. Like have you ever been to cognitive behavioural therapy?
I've not, but I've had a lot of people I know go, and they've told me.
Yeah, and it's sometimes you can feel like it's intrusive. I know they just want to get to the bottom of how you're feeling, but sometimes it can feel like they're being intrusive on your life. You know, I'm like, but with this, it's just non-formal. You're just walking, basically. Do you know what I mean? You're talking, you have a general chit chat, have a laugh, but before they know it, they've told you what's bothering them. So then you know you can tell them where to go for help or where the best advice is. I mean, I can only advise people what I've been through. This is why I want more and more people to come onto it, because nobody's the same, and everybody will benefit from something different. Because if everyone's the same, it'd be easy for help people, won't it? But we're not. So we all get better in different types of things like therapies. So
yeah, definitely, that's huge. You're right. I've seen it often. People will want to talk about it, and if you're just a friend and you're just there, I mean, within a couple of minutes, they might just start telling you anyway, if they feel comfortable with you. But yeah, doing it on a walk as well. I mean, it's even better in it because you're right. You're getting the fresh air. You're connected. So we'll go into the sort of the next set of questions, if you will. What was the well? I said what was the first thing that helped you discover was walking and stuff like that. What lessons do you have, or challenges did you face for people listening?
The challenges. See, the challenges it was all down to myself, to be honest.
Right. Okay.
Do you know what I mean? Because everyone's biggest critic is yourself. And obviously, I used to blame everyone else around me. And the challenge was to me was to start. You've got to begin with yourself. This is the challenge I thought. I had to what's the word? I can't think of the word.
So take it on board. You had to do it. Yeah.
Yeah, I had to assure myself that it was me. It was. Do you know what I mean? There's no point blaming everyone else. Everything was starting with me. So the biggest challenge was getting past myself. Stop. We have this blaming culture now where you tend to not want to take the blame yourself.
Mm-hmm.
So that was a big challenge. Another challenge was losing weight. Oh God, many times I've been on and off a diet.
You know, it's the way you laugh, isn't it? It's the way.
Yeah, that was a challenge as well.
Mm-hmm.
Eating right. It's so much better when you do it, and people think it costs a lot more, but it doesn't. It's probably cheaper, to be honest, eating healthily.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, the challenge I'd say was my own mind. The biggest challenge I've had is with myself.
In a way, it's the biggest challenge you can have. But yeah, that admittance that maybe there is something you are doing wrong.
That's it. You have to admit to yourself.
Yeah, you do.
I can't think of.
No, you're right. I had it when I was. I lost house, jobs, friends, and all this all in one go when I was drinking, and I was sat there on a floor with no furniture left. You know, going back to my parents. I remember sat there thinking, you know what? Maybe it's not everyone else, and that sort of hits home. You know, that's when I've really fucked this. You know, this is my fault.
That's what you do.
And you have to, and it's a very, I'd say it's a character defining moment where you have to go.
Definitely. It's the realization of it's you that's doing it to yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And then you stop it then. You know then that you can kind of pick points where you can change. Do you know what I mean? If you know it's you can't change someone else. You can go to someone and tell them, but you can't physically change what they're doing, but you can change what you're doing yourself.
Yeah. That's really powerful. You're right. Yeah. That fact that I think that's really inspirational though when you look at it. I know it was quite run over there, but the way you said, once you know you can change it, you've got the decision then.
Yeah, so that's why you have to admit to yourself, because if you don't admit these things, you're just going blindly through life. I mean, you're ignorant to yourself, and then obviously you're ignorant to other people. If you can't listen to yourself, how can you go on about listening to somebody else? So
that's huge. Yeah, that people escape obviously in alcohol and drugs, and people tell them they shouldn't. Well, they're not going to listen, are they? Until they realise it. Yeah, definitely feel that. So, as I said, that's huge. Like the biggest enemy to overcome is always yourself. I feel.
Yeah.
And what was so you took these steps? You started on your route. You knew it was you. Was there a defining moment that you said, "Actually, I'm coming out of this," or something that you thought, "This is me"? Sort of thing?
To be honest with you, I don't think I've got to the defining moment yet, as such, because I'll always be honest with everyone. Sometimes I do fall back, and I can't help it. I don't know.
Yeah.
Because I'm not fully out of it yet, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
So, but it might just be that I don't know. Do you know what I mean? But I'll not know until I actually get there. I've not got there yet. I've not got a defining moment in it.
Yeah, I think that's very brave of you to come out and to openly admit that you still going through struggles as well.
Yeah, of course.
I think mine have transpired. They've gone from deep depression and blame and stuff like that to more actual life problems. So I just need to fix this. So it's not as deep as that, but we do all have bad days in a way.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, definitely. It's got to be. You've got to be open about it as well. I think that's one thing that you do that's massive. Like, as I say, quite somewhat, rough name, maybe, or just a proud moment for men. In it, 75% of suicides are men.
Oh, yeah, it's crazy.
It's insane. Like, what's that about? Like,
I can't fathom. You know what I mean? And in Wigan, there's been a massive amount of young men kill themselves. Friends of mine, it's we shouldn't be going. They always told me when you get into your 20s and such, to start going to weddings, and I've been to more funerals than I have weddings.
That's and it's
like, why? It shouldn't be happening.
Why? Yeah, we should be able to be open about how we feel and admit that, you know, there are struggles and, you know, we're not having perfect all the time. You know, life's not great and happy all the time.
Yeah, that's another thing with media. It portrays a fake lifestyle. Nobody lives that they do on social. Like nobody. Just be honest with yourself. Like people follow these soap stars and all these celebrities too closely. You can't physically have what they've got. Like, do you know what I mean? And it's all physicalities. I'm not a materialistic person, so I don't labels and such don't bother me. But to some people, it's a big thing, and like how they have surgeries to get themselves so small, and do you know what I mean? People, they'll have the best of everything because they're famous. They can get that.
They can afford it, sort of thing. Yeah, they've got.
So you're looking at a fake lifestyle. That's how I look at it. You can't look at lifestyles how they do, and that's how media portrays people. But they portray it as if that's normal life.
Yeah,
and it's completely and utterly bizarre why they do that. I can't understand it.
No, obviously it's good to have things to like go after and goals and that, but not like that.
Yeah,
not where. So it's so outside of right now. It cripples you. You know, the sort of aim too high. You know, it's better to look at what you've got in front of you rather than. I mean, the best people I've met have never been from that kind of background. Anyway, you know, they've always had a real background. They've always seen things. You know, in hard places.
Definitely.
Yeah. And I think that's the best kind of people to be around, the ones that have sort of learned through life, not just been given things. And
that's it. Ones that have learned, like, who've come up from places where that's why I like it. A lot of things in Wigan, people are very, very negative about people who do well in Wigan. They don't like it's like a small town mentality. But when somebody does really well in Wigan,
he's lucky.
Other people despise it. If I hear of someone from Wigan doing well, I'm buzzing. Just how they've made it out of Wigan. They've made something of themselves from a little town like this. I mean, I think that Wigan does do pretty well. A lot of people do pretty well out of Wigan. I'll say we're such a small community. But I buzz off it. But some people don't like that. I can't understand it. I want everyone to do well, me. Absolutely everyone. And I'd help them as much as I can for get there. Do you know what I mean? But I just don't understand the mentality sometimes. It's like we're in a depressive stage of life at the minute. I don't know what's going on in the world, but it seems like nobody's happy for anybody.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. Would you say then, for people like that who are listening and stuff, how should they notice when people around them are being like that for them, pulling them down and stuff like that?
Sometimes people do it and it's not noticeable. It's only the ones that you know, but obviously there's obviously more than what you can see. It's like I don't know. It's like someone might say you've got a social media following.
Cool, yeah.
Right. People might say things on there. Obviously, you can see that, can you? You can see what they're writing, what they're putting towards you, but you can't see what they're saying behind the screen. As such.
Yeah, definitely.
You know
that's not who you are. Your online persona isn't who you are, and might not be what people feel about you. That's definitely right.
Yeah, obviously, yeah.
So
people online only see a snippet of you, don't they? They only see that little snippet of your life. They don't know you outside of it. So
definitely.
It's like it's just like a little. I don't know. I bet people just see me and think, God, he's so positive, him.
You do really well, yeah. I like your video, and that's really cool.
But some days, they don't know. I could be sat at home in dark all day, but that's the way it is. I'm not positive all the time. But
I mean, especially with current circumstances, you know, it's been pretty hard few months for a lot of people. And it just seems like everyone's losing their head a little now. You know, it's like everyone's a bit which is why these kind of things are so important, I think. And it's you're not always going to be happy, you're not always going to be good, and it's okay to have those days.
Yeah, and that's what I tell people as well. Like, don't be worried if you're having a down day. Everyone has them, and if someone tells you they're not, they're a liar. Because everyone has them. You can't feel on top of the world all the time. That's why, like say, for instance, Tyson Fury is a big one to people. Because he went up, like he says, he went up to these almighty highs that you couldn't get any higher in the world. He beat Klitschko. But how can he get any higher than that? And that's when he went on the decline. Because he thought, I've done what I wanted to do. I beat the best boxer there ever has been for the last decade.
Yeah, yeah.
So what can he achieve now? And that's when he saw his life as pointless as such.
He'd hit everything he thought he could
do.
And then I think his great saying is that, yeah, it was that. He didn't have a reason to wake up. He didn't feel like he wanted to do anything.
Yeah.
And it's a hard thing to do, is to wake up when you do feel like that and try and find the appreciation in life. Which is why I think these walks are quite important. If you can't feel like you feel anything, you feel empty all the time.
Yeah.
Just going out with someone, even like yourself, who you might not know straight away, but you go on a walk with, they might just inspire you a little bit, or just say one thing that might make you go, actually,
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
100%.
When is it that you do these walks and stuff like that? How is it people could go to?
But we started off at first just doing on a Sunday, 10 o'clock.
Right.
Do you know Wigan?
Oh,
yeah, right. Crossway from hospital on Wigan Lane. There's Plantation Gates. So we was meeting there at 10 a.m. every Sunday, just walking up to Hay Hall itself, to the courtyard, to 2 left feet, tap and barrel. And they let us use upstairs, so we could go get a drink, go and sit upstairs, have a chat, sit down.
That's really cool.
And then we walk back down to the gates after that. But this was just a starting point for us. Hopefully, we're going to be doing walks up. But we want to do some challenges. Do like the 3 Peaks Challenge, but there's 3 different ones. There's the National, the Yorkshire, and the Welsh.
Right. Okay.
I think there might be an English one, but I'm not too sure. So we want to do them. We want to do days out with people, like get them outside doing activities like kayaking and such, maybe going on mountain bikes. And then we want to do some like proper excursions, weekends, out camping and doing things. So it's not just, I don't just want to keep it on the walking, but yeah, we just started on a Sunday doing these. It'd be every Sunday.
It's all right.
There'll always be the walks on a Sunday.
That's
because
awesome.
A lot of people can't always do these things. Some people might not be physically able to. So I chose that particular stretch as well because it's all flat.
Yeah.
So say someone come and needed wheelchair access, they could come with us. Do you know what I mean? So I wanted it suitable for everyone. I want everyone to be able to get out there, walk, socialise with people. So that's the reason I chose that. But yeah, that's the one that will happen every Sunday.
Yeah, that's awesome. Like, it's really thought out as well. Like, the fact that you said that, like, yeah, even people in wheelchairs can come, and you're making available for all kinds of people, which I think is really important. I myself, we want to eventually go on retreats and stuff like that. Take people on retreats and have a weekend where you sit under the stars and you talk about stuff, physical activities and stuff. Because that'd just be ideal, like a trip away. I think that'd be really cool.
Yeah, definitely.
So these 3 Peak challenges as well, which you're setting out, I'd love to know if you've got any plans for that, anything lined up, or are you just sort of in building stages?
We're in the building stages, really. Yeah. We did get pretty far with it because the Canal and River Trust, they're putting a programme together for us to get our certificates, so we can actually take people on these walks.
Right, okay.
So we're not just going to be randomly saying, right, come on a walk with us up a mountain.
yeah. That's right, yeah.
So, yeah, we'll get training, stuff like that. So they've actually contacted us to do it, and they're obviously going to provide it all free on whatever. So yeah,
that's really cool, man. It's good to know that not only are you reaching out, building, but people are connecting with you as well. Contacting you. I think that's huge. again, I'm hoping this can help raise awareness for what you do as well. Get some more people on the Sunday walks. I know I'll be joining when it's safe, lockdown's over and all that. Yeah.
COVID.
Yeah. Oh, it's been a so that's one thing. What about if there was anyone anxious to come on the walk originally? Let's say they're sat at home, they don't know, that they're a bit intimidated. What would you say? Is there any words for them?
Yeah, I tell them they can always message me, and if they want to, I can always meet up with them before. I'm like, do you know what I mean? I could take them for a coffee or something just for calming the nerves. You know, I'll just have to turn up on a Sunday and meet a bunch of random blokes.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So
yeah,
I'll always set them if you need be. I'll just come and see you on my own. I'm getting loads of phone calls now.
It's all right. We can stop if need be. Just let us know.
No, it's all right.
Yeah.
So yeah, just tell them don't be worried. If you message me, I'll just come and see you on my own. So then, obviously, you familiarise yourself with someone who's going. Yeah.
And sort of get over that anxiety and just get feel like you can trust these people you're going to be walking with and be open. I think that's it. There's a lot of judgment and stuff. Is there anything else you find is a great thing you do for help clearing your head, or?
Yeah, educating myself.
Right. Okay. Awesome.
Reading and things. Broaden your mind. People just tend to sit and look at a TV screen these days. But pick up a book. Your brains. It's all life is about educating yourself. That's how you learn, obviously, isn't it? So. Pick up all I can say is pick up a book. That's what I do. Pick up a book,
something you like. Start growing, start learning.
Yeah, that's it.
I'm big on that. I'm big on if you start making progress in things you like, you start building more confidence because it's, this is something I like to do and I'm getting better at it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which I think you might have picked that up from rugby as well, because that's hard work, is like, and the gym, and so you built the page or the idea of it. And it almost seemed to people like me in Wigan that it just blew up. There was this big post about it and stuff. Was that the reality, or did it take time to build? Or
I don't know. It kind of blew up.
Yeah, no, awesome. Everyone loves that.
I was thinking, a dozen people might want, a dozen people might be interested in it and such. But then the page blew up into more than just going on walks. So then I've had to incorporate it with myself. Do you know what I mean? Because obviously I based it on mental health, so then people are looking at it for mental health awareness and that. But then that's when I thought, well, that's what the people want.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So, and obviously I knew there was a problem anyway. That's why I was suffering myself. So why don't I turn the page into an help page or whatever you want to call it? I call it a mental and physical health group. That's what I call it. It's not just about mental health. It's about if you physically want to get fit as well. Yeah,
that's great. Yeah, because that could be a big part of it as well. You could be upset if you're not as in shape as you feel like you should be, or you just don't feel physically strong. That can affect you as well.
Yeah.
So you've got all this plan, which I think's amazing, and I know for me when I was going through it, I didn't really see stuff like this, especially in Wigan. Like I didn't really see pages, helping people, and stuff like that. How big do you think this could be? Like, do you reckon it's going to continuously grow? Because I think it will. I think you're doing really well. Like,
I hope so. When we get this hub sorted in Wigan, we've got a building, haven't we? But we've not been in it yet. We've not managed. We were supposed to be going up to the building, and then the same week is when everything got locked down. So
yeah.
I'll go up, and then I've had people from Liverpool messaging me. They want to open a hub over there.
Wow. Okay.
So
pretty cool.
I'm hoping we can go it'd be a properly recognised group. Hopefully.
I think it'd be cool as.
I just want to raise as much awareness as I can, and if I can change one life at the end of the day, that to me is a win.
So, I think you definitely you'll hit that without a shadow of a doubt. I think a good thing might be for you guys as well, like an app or something like that, or like something people can share. That'd be quite cool.
Definitely.
I know a guy who's built his own app, so I'll get you in contact with him. He's quite cool as well. Just habits and stuff. Yeah. So maybe that can be something. Yeah, I think that's pretty important. What do you think leads people to end up feeling so alone and down? What habits do you think they sort of fall under?
It could be anything. It could be a breakdown of a relationship, breakdown of a job. It depends how people how they think, and don't it? Like, to me, I can't actually picture something that did it. I had a good upbringing. Do you know what I mean? So I can never say what I think can start it, because it could be nothing. That, to me, it was just, I don't know, must have just been a chemical imbalance in my brain or something. I really don't know. I can't answer that because I can't.
No, yeah, it was a difficult question. I'll give you that. Yeah. I wouldn't know what to say. I'd just be like, could be anything. Yeah, definitely.
Obviously, drinking drugs don't help, but
yeah, I think because when you first start drinking and that, it's with friends or whatever. Probably, to have fun, and then you turn onto it as a crutch. Then when you're feeling down, and it's just not the way to go.
No.
Speaking about it, well, again in this town, or just in general, because obviously it's so high. Why do you think it is that guys struggle to speak about it?
Because they feel like they're going to be judged, even by your friends, even when you tell them, because you're a man, you've been brought up and everyone says, "Go on, Mark, if you're upset, man up here now. What are you doing? Man up." That word, man up.
Mm-hmm.
Man up. I'm feeling down. I don't need someone to tell me man up. So I just think like I said, the general thinking coming from Wigan, a northern bloke, supposed to be all this tough, mighty men, like, and supposedly we're not supposed to feel down, are we? Being men is frowned upon still. It is still frowned upon, no matter what anyone says.
Yeah.
So I think I just feel like it's difficult. People don't want to like express how they're feeling, or because it might show them as weak, but you're not weak. You just, do you know what I mean? It's not weakness. Well, that to me, I think people are worried about what other people think about them.
Mm-hmm.
That's the main.
Yeah, that's huge. You're not weak if you feel something. You're allowed to be down. You know what I mean? That is it. I think that's sort of a big stigma people don't want to come out with and say, "Oh yeah, I'm feeling down," because I don't want everyone making fun of me or thinking I'm not responsible or whatever.
Yeah.
And sort of that judgment from friends and family and everyone surrounding you. But there's always an upside to the downside in a way. Once you start talking about it and you find these habits, what do you find on your best days? Is there anything you've seen that really lit you up, from what you've been doing and stuff like that? Is there like anyone you've helped or something that you've gone, this is crazy?
I've just gone blank.
No, you're all right, don't worry.
What he said then?
Just essentially, is there like a wow moment for you when you're running all this, when you're doing all these things?
What's a wow moment?
Yeah.
A wow moment was when reality hit home about what I was doing.
Right, okay.
I was like, I was saying to myself, can I cope? Because I get messages all the time of people, when they're feeling like the lowest point you could ever feel. I'll never disclose what anyone says to me. Never, do you know what I mean? They've got full confidentiality with me.
100%.
And then I was thinking, can I cope with people telling me all the problems and things, like dealing with my own? And do you know what it did?
Mm-hmm.
But with me giving them advice when they come to me, it made me feel better. After I spoke to
100%.
When I spoke to them and got the help then, I felt great. I felt like a god.
No, honestly, that's it. That's great. Like I've had it myself, where you help someone through, and even at the moment they might not say anything, but you come off the call or you've been talking to them, and you go away and you think, you know what, I think I made the day.
Yeah,
and that makes all the difference, and to yourself, not just to them. It's more. Yeah, it's not selfish. It's just you feel good. Like, oh, I did something right for something, for someone else.
Yeah.
So would you say something good to do if you're feeling down is try and find something you can help or someone you can help?
I'm going out because I just looked at the message then again.
It's all good, man.
Sorry.
It's all good. Is there anything else you want to touch upon then? Is there anything you think is important?
I don't know. See, Matt, when I've is there anything? See, I had some when I did that video yesterday, didn't I?
Yeah.
And then I forgot what I was going to say at the end of that. It's happened to me again, and I've still not got this out, and I don't know what it is now.
Take your time. It's fine. It's fine.
What is it now? Do you know what? And I thought about this all morning.
No pressure. I'll keep.
It's not going to come to me again.
No, I'll keep going. One day it'll come. Never know. It'll hit. When you first started putting videos in that, I know for me, I was very nervous. How did you feel? Was you just sort of let's rock and do it, or?
Yeah. I thought instead of people seeing writing all the time, they don't see me actually saying it, and it's more believable than when you see someone saying it. Believe it because it's coming out. It's the noise is coming out from what they're actually saying. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the feeling behind it as well.
Yeah. There's actually emotion and feeling behind what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Rather than just reading a big long paragraph that takes me ages to put together.
Yeah. Yeah, it's more true to who you are in it when you just say it out loud. I think that's great. I think you do obviously do videos often. Is there?
I've only done 2 now. That was daunting for me.
Yeah.
Because obviously I've got Bell's palsy.
Right.
So this side of my face, only 20% of it works.
Oh right, I didn't know that. Damn, man.
So
it's a struggle.
It's awkward for me when I'm doing videos because if I do it with front-facing camera, it mirror flips it, so it looks twice as bad as what it does when I'm just on a normal camera. Do you know what I mean?
Right. When you normally see yourself, yeah. Yeah. Fair. Yeah. Sorry that you have to struggle through that, but as I say, yeah, that sort of didn't help the fact that you'd be nervous going on camera anyway. I know it's not natural, is it, just to look at a phone and be like, hi.
I was thinking, what if I sound stupid? I'm from Wigan anyway.
Yeah.
That accent, nobody can probably understand this video when it comes out.
I think that's something that I try and pull the Wigan back sometimes when I'm doing a video. Like, you gotta. I love it. Yeah. So you've done a few. Do you think there'll be like a YouTube channel eventually of like a running?
I'm hoping so, but I'm clueless me with all this.
No worries. Well, I'm always here to message about stuff if you got ideas or whatever. Give you an hand with what I know anyway. As I said, there's still teething issues with this, as I was messaging you before. But I think this is really good. You've hit on some really amazing points for people to pick up on. You know, like opening it up. You know, you're okay to have bad days and stuff like that. And again, I think it's that coming out and don't judge yourself too harshly. You know what I mean? Don't.
Yeah, and like I said the other day, if you want to do something, and you get like everyone gets them feelings, I'm going to do all this, I'm going to do all that, and then they say, right, I'm going to start it on Monday. Never starting on a Monday, because if it's a Thursday, you're going to live your normal life that you've been living for the next 4 days.
Mm-hmm.
And when it gets to Monday, you'll be like, well, another day won't matter, will it? I'll start it Tuesday.
I'm tired from work. I'll do it another day.
Yeah. So instead of doing that, from the moment you say it, change something. Don't go because you'll batter your head and say, I'm going to change all these things. Just pick out a few things, like 1 or 2 things, and change them first. And then when you've incorporated them into the way that you live your life, do something else and then change that, and then incorporate more things until you're happy with how the flow's going. So don't overindulge yourself with these mad thoughts that you get about how you're going to improve yourself, because it won't happen.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, 100%. It's all slow progress.
Yeah, steady steps.
Yeah. And not putting that pressure on yourself to get it instantly. Like, I know it may seem celebrities got it instantly or whatever, or you might feel behind, but it's not the case. It just takes time.
Yeah, of course, everything takes time. Rome wasn't built in a day, as they say.
That's it. But you're right. I think that start now attitude's really good for overcoming that the anxiety or the overthinking, stuff like that, because it gets you out of the pessimism and questioning yourself. Instead, you start going, okay, maybe I can just try something new and do something new. Do you have anything new that you've got on the cards that you're going to start soon, or anything exciting like that?
Yeah, I've got a new job started. Well, it's an old job, but it's a new job. I've currently been banned off the railway for the last 5 years.
Right. Okay.
Well, my band's up now. I did all my exams again this week and got my cards back. So this Saturday I start an old role.
An old, yeah.
In railway infrastructure.
Congrats, man! Nice one. There you go. That's another lesson in itself. Just because you've not been able to do it before doesn't mean you can't do it right now, or you can revisit old things. It's fine. Yeah, that's awesome. Because a lot of people, actually, speaking of that, a lot of people do stuff they like once, fail, and then that's it.
Yeah.
But there shouldn't be any shame in going back to it. Years later.
Yeah.
Don't think you're too old. Don't think.
No. If something makes you happy, go and do it.
100%. Here's one. What's your plans for when everything opens back up?
My plans. First plan I'm going to do, I'll leg it to that gym.
Yeah, excellent. I was thinking the pub, but the gym's right. Yeah, good show.
I can't explain it. I need it in my life. It's strange. I don't know how other people feel about it, but to me, it's massive. It's a massive part of my life.
I totally understand. I need to work out. I need to train. It's a big part of me. Like, if I don't do it for a few days, I start getting frustrated and stuff like that. Sort of tense and like, I need to train. Yeah, I think the gym as well. Again, that moment away, you're away from your home, your problems, the people that may stress you out. If you're living with certain people, or working with certain people, you just get away from it. Yeah, the gym's a good show. So is there anything else you want to cover on this? Like anything?
No, not that I can remember.
Yeah, it's all right. As I say, I'm new to this, so the questions are new. Yeah, I think what you're doing overall, is quite incredible. I think there's going to be some really interesting people come into that, especially after this. I hope I can help get some more people with me coming along, and we'll go for a walk and just a chat and see how people really are in tough times like this. I think the fact that it may expand to other cities and towns as well is massive. People are scared to go outside a lot of the times, and it shouldn't be that way. And if there's, as a community, if you're going to feel a lot safer. You know what I mean? And
yeah, definitely.
I think again that's really, really important for people's health. I mean, people get so lost in the jobs and trying to earn in the day to day, they forget to socialize. I think the older we get, the less we get to see people who we do want to socialize with and hang out with, because that's
people tend to just go to work, come home, and that's it. That's not living to me.
And that's it. And it's sort of that once a week go and get in the freedom with people, who are going to openly talk to you about stuff, but also tell you their adventures and stuff and trips and stuff they do. I think that's class. It's really important. Honestly, I'm going to connect with you as much as I can, see what we can throw in idea pots and see what we come up with. It's really good. Just in general, I think the growth's going to be huge. And is there any final things to say to people at home who are listening? Anything that you think?
Don't feel like you're alone. You're not alone. There's always people out there that's going to help you. You've just got to take that first step. There's always that first step you've got to go through. There's no egos or judges if you want to come and talk to me, talk to anybody on the page. That's it. Just make that step. Just make that first step. Because before you make that first step, you're not going to get anywhere. People's never got anywhere stood still, have they?
No.
So that's what you have to do. Make that first step forward.
That's awesome, Tony. Thanks again. And I hope to catch up with you in person soon. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. Thanks, man.